The Little Prince. The story starts with an experience writer had in his childhood, when he drew a snake emperor and he was very proud of that drawing. The problem was that all of the grown-ups only saw a hat on the drawing, and not the emperor. He got disappointed by the reaction, so he drew another drawing with an elephant in it. And after that, many grown-ups advised him to quit drawing. He then decided to become a pilot and travel everywhere. On the way, he met a lot of people, and whenever he showed somebody the drawing, they would still see a hat. Everything started to change when his plane crashed in the middle of Sahara Desert, and he had to fix it for himself. After the first night, he actually slept, and a boy with golden hair woke him up. He did not seem lost or frightened, and only wanted the pilot to draw him a ship in the sand. The pilot was confused because he did not know how to draw that, so he drew the only thing he knew how to draw. He was very surprised when the boy told him he does not want an elephant inside a snake emperor because the elephant was big and the emperor was dangerous. The boy told him that in his world everything is small, and then the pilot accepted to draw him a ship. The boy rejected every drawing because to him it did not look like a ship, and the pilot was losing his patience because he was in a hurry to fix his plane. Then he drew a box and told the boy that the ship was in it, and the boy loved it. He found out he was from another planet that was just a bit bigger than him. In his conversation with the prince, he found out interesting stories about his planet, journey and arrival to Earth. The third day he found out something about baobabs that has contaminated his planet. Because of the danger on his planet, the prince wanted a ship that will eat the baobabs. The fourth day, pilot found out that he loved sunset, that he used to observe at his planet, and on the fifth day he admitted that there was a flower. He was hoping for the ship not to eat, so the pilot promised him he will draw the ship a muzzle. Even though there were many flowers on his planet, the prince loved the rose more than any other flower. It was the reason why he ran away, because he did not know what to do about it. Now that he was far away from his rose, he realized what it meant to him. When he was leaving his planet, he used the birds and cleaned up after himself because he was convinced that he will never go back there. On his journey to different places and planets, once the little prince met a king on an asteroid. He lived there alone and nothing excited but him. On an next asteroid, he met a woman who was a stuck-up and declared him her fan. He did not like her, so he kept on traveling. On the fifth planet, the day lasted for a minute, but there was no place for him, so he left that planet too. The sixth planet was bigger, and there he met a geographer who he asked for a favor. He wanted to get the coordinates of his rose, but the geographer said no, because he thought that the rose is something that will go away with time. That made the little prince sad, so he went away from that planet and came to Earth. The first place he went to was the desert in Africa, and the first creature he met was a snake. She confessed that she was that powerful that she could take him anywhere he wants, with a single touch. He traveled the whole desert but did not see any people there, and that is the reason why he had a bad impression about Earth. He also walked along a garden filled with roses, and that made him sad because it brought up memories. And then he met a fox with which he played, but she explained to him that in order to play with her, he should tame her. While he was hanging with her, he realized what friendship was, and once again he realized why his rose was so important to him. He went to the rose garden again and said goodbye to them, telling them that his rose is special because she was his best friend. When they were saying their goodbyes, the fox told him that a man can only see good with his heart, and that a man is forever responsible for what he has tamed. The eighth day in desert, the pilot ran out of water, so they went looking for a well. The pilot carried the prince in his hand, and he knew why the prince was special. He was special because of his loyalty to one flower. In the end, they found a well and drank some water together. The pilot saw the prince wants to go back his planet, and he went on fixing the plane. When the pilot checked upon the prince, he saw that he was talking to the snake that was actually poisonous. She told him that he should go back to the place from where he fell on Earth. The prince knew that the pilot fixed the plane and he was happy for going back home. The problem is that the snake flashed and Prince fell down like Snad. As a memory, many stars remained in the sky to remind us of his smile whenever we look up.